friends and family of Oakland Cemetery. We're here back at Section 1. The stones you see in front of me is the Ghivizzani family. I might pronounce that wrong, and I'll have to get back to you with the other pronunciation that we may have for this. What was it? Ghivizzani. So Mr. Harmon had a chance to talk with the folks before. They said it could be Ghivizzani, so I don't want to mispronounce it. If you happen to be a family or a friend one, or that know these folks, feel free to leave the pronunciation in the description below. Our intention right now is for Samuel's stone. That's the one we're going to raise and reset. We're just going to have it in line with the other two to the right. So we're just going to kind of raise it from this end, put a piece of nylon around it, raise it up, and then we'll just fill dirt and then solid material on this side to make it in level with the other two. We may or may not raise the mother stone up, and we'll just determine what we're going to do with that one. And then we have our probing tool that Mr. Osborne had made right in front of us. You're like, what is that for? So we talked about the growth, just the natural growth of grass and whatever. You would never know that there are footstones or markers in front of these three stones. So Mr. Harmon actually, just by experience, used the probing tool, and then you'll be able to hear the markers as we go. And so there's a hit, there's a hit. You go a little bit further, you go straight to the ground, and over here kind of goes straight to the ground into like a rocky atmosphere. And it happens every so often. So what we're going to do, depending on where the probing tool hits, we'll use a handsaw and cut a square section off, and then we'll determine which way we need to raise that the footstone or the marker, and then we'll catch you in the next cut. Friends and family, we're back here, Section 1, over at the Ghivizzani stone. So what we had to do a couple things. Just like we say, not every stone experience is going to be the same, and we kind of found out with this one likewise. So even though the stone, we have the top level, the bottom is a very awkward shape, and there's like concrete on the bottom. So what we did, we actually removed the top half of the stone. So we actually removed the headstone, set it to the side. The foundation, that was the main intent, is to raise this just a few inches to where it was level with the other stones in this line. Once the foundation was set, then basically what you're going to see next is the headstone placed onto this foundation, and then we'll set an epoxy layer on it. We've already done our dry fit, so we know it's going to fit well. Mr. Harmon, in fact, cleaned the base of the old epoxy. And then in the beginning of the video, we talked about what are we going to do with the mother stone. In fact, in order to reach the foundation of Samuel's stone, in order to put our pinch bar in, and the reason we had to use the pinch bar is so we can get the nylon around the stone. So you got like almost a domino effect of what our initial plan was and then what we actually had to do. So once the foundation was set, the stone was good. Before we could even do that, we had to raise the mother stone and move that to the left. And that gave us enough space for us to put the pinch bar in. We raised the stone, and then we were actually hooking up the nylon. And that wasn't it from there either. In order to move the mother stone, we had to dig around it, and there's about an 8-inch foundation below the headstone. While digging the back. All right, friends and family of Oakland Cemetery, we're back with the stones set up. We have Samuel's stone, which is to your right. Miss Sarah Ghivizzani's stone. Set up right and actually raised probably about 8 inches from the ground. And then the cemetery section marker stone, which you can't see now because we actually, part of the goal was to raise it up and then have it level with the ground. It makes it easier for the lawn maintenance. But at the same time, you can recognize what section you're in. And that was a marker that said G as in golf. So we're going to, basically what you see now is that in the beginning we use the saw, and so that way we can get these sections of grass cut out. Why is that important? On our tarp, we have dirt, rock, fill, whatever we were using. We set it down. At the very end, once all the fill is complete, you can put this grass back down, set it back down to the base, and that way the aesthetic of the cemetery is left as well as it was hopefully before. So that's what our goal is, and then what you're going to see is just us working the stone. We're going to use some Orvis mixed in water to clean the base of Miss Ghivizzani's stone, and then we'll just keep going, and then once we're done with these 4, then we're going to start working towards the actual footstone. So we'll see you in the next, or actually we'll start working right now.
Working. This ought to turn out really nice and clean over time.
Oh, I bet.
A lot of it's been in the ground, so that's going to take a lot too. I'm really curious to see what these hedge markers look like.
Yeah.
After several years of knowing where they're at and not doing anything.
Yeah, we'll see if they're like initials or.
Yeah.
Title.
All right, you ready to cut it? It's been almost 5 minutes.
Good. Folks, we're back at the Ghivizzani site. The main one was to reset Samuels. As you see, we just kind of, the left side was leaning down, so we basically raised it up, set it level, and then along with that, went ahead and reset Miss Sarah's stone. She is clearly now basically raised the foundation probably about 8 inches off the ground, solidified the base, and along with that, the gravesite marker, the section marker, which you can't see just because it's kind of in the back and it's flush with the ground. We got that covered. One thing you may notice is this shiny medallion by Ralph's stone. The local law enforcement folks usually come out here and maintain these stones along with a lot of other people. And sometimes, like we said, when you do a lot of work around the stones, you just want to make sure you replace the items back as they are. And so that's what we have here. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look for the headstones, or excuse me, the footstones for these markers, and then we'll catch you in the next clip. Folks and friends, we're over here at Oakland Cemetery, and we're locating the footstones for the site we just worked for Samuel and Sarah. And what we did is we used our probing tool to find the dimensions because everything's under the ground right now. And then what we found out to be very convenient is just using a simple handsaw to cut the ground around where you suspect the hidden stone, foot marker, or medallion under the ground. So what you're going to see me doing is cutting, and then we'll go from there. Just make sure.
Yeah, if we had that mic on, it'd be sounding like somebody's eating potato chips.
Let me get the square shot. Want to just uncover it.
Well, we can, since it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Maybe the other ones are.
Yep.
We turned out pretty decent. This will be a lot better. Just cut alongside of it.
Yeah, like now you know the stone dimensions are.
It'll probably clean it. I don't know. We'll have to use our judgment after we, see what it. You just don't want the lawnmower to get it.
Yeah, I mean, if it stays level, that's fine. We just keep it clean. We just have to keep it trimmed. The other thing too is that whatever we took off, we can pop the stone up and throw under. Yeah. All right. Camera's running?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we have right now is Ralph's stone. Basically, we cut around the section, and so we're going to determine. Basically, what you should do is you just have to remove the footstone. Anything you remove, you can literally put under, and then put the footstone on top of it, and that should set you level with the ground. And I think that's what we're going to attempt to do. We're going to clean it, and then we'll search the other footstones and continue on from there.
Yeah, turned out pretty nice.
Sounds good. can go ahead and pop this up.
All right.
All right, folks. So while we're probing for the footstones, we're able to find 2 footstones. One here for Ralph, and his footstone marker says only sleeping. And then for Samuel, the one that we reset the stone for, it says at rest. Thinking that we had one for Sarah, we actually ran into one of these amazing section markers. So because it was sunk in the ground and we had located it, we made the decision to go ahead and raise it, and we're going to set it level and flush to the ground, and then basically set all the dirt back in. And the reason we have a lot of the grass removed here is because when we were searching for what we thought was Sarah's foot marker, basically we found a border, a concrete border of what would have been like a family section. So what you're going to see now is we're going to lower the stone down, basically repack the grass out. We'll also remove our tripod, and then basically patch up the 2 foot markers that we have back here. So here we go. All right, sir.
This goes 100 feet turning.
Yeah.
There you go. Good height, man. Good job on that.
Alright, so what I'll do is I'll remove the tripod. Oh, I got this. I'll remove the tripod.
I'll get the tripod. I'll get it.
So I got this.
I gotta be able to do something. This is the baby tripod. There you go.
Pull this closer.
Okay.
So you have you can see it.
Oh, it's got a little bit of that epoxy on it. You gotta run it in the dirt.
Okay.
Try to get it dry instead of sticking together. The over in the door plot. What was that? The baby stone. What was their name?
Edwin. And it just had a relative's name?
Okay. But I have to look, you know, I gotta look it up.
Yep. And I'll verify that. Because I'll add that to the list.
That's going to turn out just fine, you know. You got the teeth on for that too. I'll push it around the side.
Can go ahead and get these?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna cut the camera off.
Okay.
Phew. Yeah, see, that's
Family and friends, the Oakland Cemetery. I just want to give you a recap of everything we have here with Section 1. So we have Miss Sarah Stone to your left, and then Samuel Stone right in front of me. Basically, the raise and reset is complete, and we actually try to find the foot markers for these stones. That was the initial goal to recap the video, our work for this site. So we found 2 stones, one for Mr. Ralph, and then one for Samuel. In the search for the mother's stone, Miss Sarah, there may have not been a headstone, or excuse me, not a foot marker. But in the process of doing that, we actually found a section marker, which went ahead and reset that. That's off to your left. And that's our final raise and reset for these. And just a reminder again, if you enjoy the videos that you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe. Really helps with the analytics. And then if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, and we'll do our best to get a hold of you. And we appreciate your support. Till next time.